Hello everyone, today's video is on Arundhati Roy's 2010 seditious speech and recent invocation of UAPA against her. The FIR has been filed in 2010 against her and former professor of Central University of Kashmir, Dr. Sheikh Shokawat Hussain, and now Delhi's Lieutenant Governor has initiated a prosecution under stringent UAPA law for delivering provocative speeches at a conference under the banner named Azadi the Only Way on October 21st, 2010 at New Delhi. The complaint was first filed by the social activist named Sushil Pandit, claimed that Ms. Roy's and others' speeches jeopardized public peace and security by advocating the separation of Kashmir from Indian Union. If she convicted for sedition under the law, then she could face imprisonment ranging from fine to life imprisonment. Arundhati Roy became India's first citizen to win the prestigious Booker Prize in 1997 for her novel The God of Small Things. But her academic excellence shouldn't become her free pass to justify her anti-national actions and provocative speeches, which works to deunite the Indian Union and attacks India's sovereignty and territorial integrity. After the topic being so much in news, I myself listened her 2010 speech couple of times and also read her speech on articles of various news websites at least 5 times. Thereafter, I tried to analyze her viewpoints, intentions, arguments, etc. I will also attach the link of the news article which quoted the exact same words of her speech for you all for the reference and to analyze yourself. Okay, here we go. From her 2010 speech, her first few lines described her interaction with a TV journalist where she was asked aggressively as she stated that, "Madam, is Kashmir an integral part of India or not?" for about 5 times. For which she replied and blatantly said that Kashmir has never been an integral part of India, however aggressively and however often you want to ask me that. Here, her blatant statements clearly showed her viewpoint that she didn't believe that Kashmir is an integral part of India, which clearly violates India's sovereignty and territorial integrity, rather pushes the same false narrative as Pakistan is trying to convey worldwide and want itself claim Kashmir as its part. And here, she also stated that even the Indian government has accepted in the UN that it's not an integral part of India. For her these claims, I found no evidence, no document supporting such claims or instances ever in the UN. This statement is completely false and just manipulate the audience. Her another argument is that since 1947, India militarily intervened in Manipur, Nagaland, Mizoram, Goa, Hyderabad, Junagadh, Kashmir, Jaipur, etc. She collectively called all these actions of then Government of India to form Indian Union with these princely states through merger agreement or instrument of accession as waging protracted war against its own people, and compared these actions with protracted war waged by Naxalites in the Red Corridor of Central India. Later, she talked about her experience in Kashmir, then in 2007, where she gave a statement to a journalist which stated that India needs Azadi from Kashmir as much as Kashmir needs Azadi from India. And here, India means Indian people. She was referring to the so-called occupation of Kashmir with 700,000 security personnel manning the valley of 12 million people, and said that it is an intolerable situation there for Kashmiris and that they living in fear. Her above statement clearly showed that she didn't support India's stance on Kashmir, rather challenge it. Later, when she came to security personnel, she forgot that the security personnel are there for safety and security of people of Kashmir and boundary of India, where both J&K police and Rashtriya Rifles, the anti-insurgency force of Indian Army, are countering endless deadly terrorists in the valley, who came there for evil motives and causes harm to both people and goods. She should know the supreme sacrifices of the security personnel in the J&K. Rather, she spread the propaganda of abuses by police and army there and don't condemn the evil doings of militants from other side of the border. She couple of times glorified the stone pelters in Kashmir as young fighters who are showing resistance against the Indian state and demanding Azadi. Did she know what really the Azadi mean? Freedom is not free. She should understand it. If you are safe or free means someone is sacrificing himself or herself for your freedom, with which she is also able to give us speeches. Glorifying the stone pelters in Kashmir, Naxals in Chhattisgarh, and downgrading the efforts of Rashtriya Rifles and CRPF in Valley and Red Corridor in the central India respectively is her common practice. Downsiding the brutal killings of Kashmiri Pandits and their exodus as a tragedy, whereas pushing the narrative of human rights abuses with minorities. Her another argument is calling for a referendum in Kashmir, which government of India would never held. Why should we hold a referendum for our own territory to be our part or not? All these insane arguments and provocative speeches shouldn't be tolerated either now or retrospectively, as some argued that this action has a specific political motive. It may be the case, but the speech itself is seditious in nature and should be prosecuted accordingly under the law. Okay, that's all from my side. Hope you find the video informative. Thank you for watching it.